And now our very own Tom Cole sits down with the OHSAA Commissioner, Dr. Dan Ross.
We have the honor and privilege of speaking with Dr. Dan Ross, the esteemed Commissioner of Ohio High School Athletics. Commissioner, thanks so much for being with us.
Well, great to see you, and thanks for the opportunity.
Oh, it's the other way around, Commissioner. We're honored to be here. Give me kind of a little State of the Union, Commissioner, where are you at right now overall and all the sports, just kind of a little State of the Union overview from you.
All of our sports, we have 26 different sports. We have 4 that have started in the last probably 7 years.
Right.
And this year was the first year for lacrosse. Great state tournament with lacrosse. Great season with lacrosse. And I think that was a little surprise because anytime you do anything new, there are always groups that say, oh my goodness, you're adding that sport. It couldn't have gone better. Football, as you're aware, we've moved the football back to Friday nights, and we're really pleased with the tournament going to Friday night for our Friday night football. Well, I think we'll probably talk about that.
Yeah, well, while we're on it, let's stay with it, Commissioner. You know, I initially thought, the college games are playing more on Saturday, but that's not the real reason. You told me off air the real reason.
Friday night is high school football night.
That's right.
I mean, I think our coaches and I think our communities feel that way.
Yeah.
Do I have a feeling that it'll probably have an effect with maybe reducing conflicts that you would have on Saturday? I do, but I think putting it back where I believe the strength with high school is Friday night and having it on Friday night. I think the other thing that, having been in schools for my whole life, when you do that, you're not having a Saturday night event, so your coach can maybe spend more time with their family.
Yes.
Coaches are going to have routines and they're going to do certain things, and,
yes.
And it gives them Saturday and Sunday that they can spend more time. I think the coaches' wives have probably appreciated it a lot.
Yes.
I think our athletic administrators, now that you don't have maybe something scheduled on, they may have something on a reserve game on Saturday morning, but they don't have then the rest of their weekend tied up. And if you have a ball game, your principal and you're tied your school system up where there's another night for them to be out, and it's really wonderful for them to have a little bit of a breather and also to spend a little bit of time with their families.
The concussion protocol, where are we at? How do you feel about it? Do you feel good about where we are in the state of Ohio in concussion protocol right now? Is there anything different? Any new information we have? Kind of give us a sense of that.
Well, I think our coaches in our schools have done a really good job. And we've been on, as you're well aware, because you've been kind of on there with us
yes.
for a number of years, that the protocols that we have put in place are good. And I think our schools adhere to those. And I'd like to commend our schools on the job that they do with that. It was a little tough at the beginning of trying to say, okay, this is all about the safety of a child. It has nothing to do with keeping the kid in the game because you think you can win.
Yes.
And so that's a culture shift.
You're changing a thinking process.
And I think that culture change has been made because I think our coaches and our officials have done a marvelous job with that piece. I think one of the pieces that we need to continue to work on, and we kind of call it the return to learn,
okay,
that sometimes when a youngster has a concussion, and let's just say he's on a freshman team and their game is Thursday night, okay, and he wants to go to school the next day because he's maybe not going to play on Friday night, but he wants to be able to go to the game,
sure,
and he has a concussion. Well, how do you deal with a youngster like that who tells the school that he has a concussion? Because there are activities that you really don't want to put youngsters in if they're concussed. So,
thank you,
thank you for what you do.
I'm going to tell John that you said you could still cover him too.
I said one of his brothers. I didn't say me.
Thank you, Commissioner.
You're welcome.